Welcome to Doane Campus Television, gaining your trust one story at a time. Lincoln's very first Village Inn is closing, Bob Christie is running for governor, and HPHS is implementing changes here at Doane. I'm Trey Perry.
And I'm Jared Foote. These are tonight's lead stories. Lincoln's very first Village Inn restaurant is closing its doors for good. The restaurant, located at 29th and O Street, has been in Lincoln since 1969, but was forced to first close down in last September due to the discovery of live cockroaches throughout the restaurant by health inspectors. The location was then closed again in November because of a second case of cockroaches. According to the Lincoln Journal-Star in 2016, the restaurant was also cited 3 times for health code violations. It is unknown whether the health code violations and closures were responsible for the final decision to close the restaurant. With its closing, Lincoln now has 4 Village Inn locations.
A new club to Doane University's campus this year, the Human and Planetary Health Society, or HPHS, is partnering with Student Congress to reduce waste around the Doane community. The club's latest initiative to fulfill its goal is to work with the campus coffee shop and OBC Grill and replace all cardboard and paper containers with reusable ones. HPHS said in an email interview that it plans to implement 3 different styles of reusable cups, such as coffee mugs with handles, Rambler-style cups with thick plastic straws, and Nalgene water bottles. The club also plans to push students to utilize the green reusable food containers that Doane already provides to students and bring them to all meals. HPHS would also like to replace plastic silverware at the coffee shop and OBC as it generates a lot of waste. The ultimate goal of HPHS is to eventually help Doane become a zero-waste campus, an accomplishment that HPHS says could take anywhere from 5 to 10 years. This initiative comes just months after HPHS partnered with the university's food provider Sodexo to implement a food audit in order to reduce food waste in the school's cafeteria.
Nebraska Governor Pete Ricketts will have a challenger in the next election as senator. Bob Christ of Omaha plans to formally announce his bid as the Democratic candidate for governor at a news conference tomorrow. Christ, a former Republican, sees himself as a more bipartisan independent, but has encountered statutory barriers in his attempt to mount a challenge to Ricketts under that affiliation. He changed his voter registration in Douglas County to Democratic this morning. Christ will be joined at the conference tomorrow by Lincoln Mayor Chris Beitler, who is also a Democrat and is serving his 3rd term as Lincoln's nonpartisan mayor. Beitler was a Democratic candidate for governor in 1986, and his presence is expected to help Christ into the party. Christ was appointed to a seat in the nonpartisan legislature by former Governor Dave Heineman in 2009. He has since been elected to 2 4-year terms. Well, that's all for local news. Let's find out what the forecast has for us this week. Let's hope it's going to be warming up.
Good afternoon, Doane students. As you can see, we definitely did get plenty of snow this past week and on the weekend. But as for later in the week, we have maybe a 20% chance on Thursday, so we're definitely looking better. And later in the week, we are going to warm up to 51 on Wednesday and all the way up to 52 on Sunday. But as these clouds part way, we are definitely going to see a lot more sunshine and maybe brighten up things a little bit. But for as of today, we are going to see plenty of clouds and a high of 21. Tuesday, we're going to be partly cloudy and warming up to 40 with a south wind. And Wednesday, which is Valentine's Day, is going to warm up to 51. So for all you guys out there, definitely get your cars to the car wash and get them cleaned up for those ladies to take them out to dinner. Thursday, we are going to see lots of more clouds, like I said, and a high of 36 and a low precipitation rate of 20%. Friday, we're going to be sunny with a high of 26, and it's not that hot summer sun, but it definitely is a lot warmer. Saturday and Sunday, we'll have plenty of sunshine with a high of 40 on Saturday and a high of 52 on Sunday. So this is your week. Enjoy it while it's warmer up in the 50s. And as winter starts winding down, summer is going to be around the corner, so definitely start looking for those floaties and goggles. This is your weekly forecast. I'm Morgan Pazik with DCTV. Back to you.
Well, a lot has been going on with track, softball, and basketball competing. I reported on the basketball game last Saturday. Let's take a look. Doane drops a tough one here at home, 105-101 against Nebraska Christian. Doane was led by Nick Korniak with 25 points, but DJ Haynes and company for Nebraska Christian proved to be too much, as DJ Haynes had 40 points and a tough break for Doane. As Doane, in good news, makes to the GPAC tournament with their 7-9 GPAC record after Midland lost to Northwestern. They will be playing in the postseason for the first time in a couple years. So that's good for Coach Ian McKeithen in his second year and the Doane Tigers. This is DCTV Sports. The softball team started their season with 2 doubleheaders in Arkansas, going 2-2 in 4 games. The first 2 games were great for the Tigers as they won them both against Central Baptist College. The first game was won by a score of 3-2, highlighted by an eventual game-winning home run by sophomore Taylor Mashburn, her first of her Doane career. In the second game, the Tigers won in a wild fashion by a score of 19-17 in extra innings. The Tigers came back from behind to win the game with 11 runs in the last 3 innings. The Tigers lost the next 2 games, though, on the road by scores of 9-1 and 14-1 to Lyon College. The Tigers will play against Sterling College in a doubleheader Saturday in Kansas. First pitch starting at 1 o'clock. Well, that's it for sports. We're going to send it over to Anna, filling in for Barbara, to tell us a little bit about the world of entertainment.
Multicultural Support Services, Arts is Basic, and Doane's Public Events Committee is partnering to bring Step Africa, a professional company dedicated to the tradition of stepping, to Doane. Doane has been celebrating Black History Month all February long with events such as the Black History Month Game Show and Dr. Andrea Holmes' Critical Courageous Conversation. Step Africa was founded in 1994 and promotes an appreciation for stepping and its use as an educational, motivational, and healthy tool for young people, according to their website. It began as an exchange program with Soweto Dance Theatre of Johannesburg, South Africa, and expanded from there. So get ready to see stepping in a whole new light as Step Africa performs February 15th in Heckman Auditorium. Oh, and don't forget, if you pre-ordered a tasty treat from Lakeside for your Valentine, pick it up Wednesday, February 14th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's all for entertainment tonight. This is your director, Anna Flores. Back to you.
Thanks, Barbara. A few reminders for you guys before you go. Doane Choir is having their final performance tomorrow, February 13th from 7 to 9 p.m. in Heckman Auditorium. There will be an Ash Wednesday service on February 14th from 11 to 12:30, and Mike Paramore will be here this Friday, February 16th from 8 to 9:30.
And don't forget that Valentine's Day is this Wednesday. Us here at DCTV would like to wish everyone on campus a happy Valentine's Day. Trey, Clayton, and I will actually be working a special fundraiser and hosting a Valentine's Day dinner at the Brew House from 4:30 to 9:30 on Main Street. So bring your Valentine in and be our guest.
Well, that's all we've got for tonight. Hope you guys have a great weekend.